Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss simply supported beam with uniformly varying load. The topic is from the strength of materials. As you may be aware about the simply supported beam, a beam which is supported at its two ends and uniformly varying load. The beam is here simply supported and the uniformly varying load 0 at end B and increases continuously up to W per unit length at end A. As you can see, the distance in between the two supporters A and B is L and the reactions are RA and RB. We will see in general we will see maximum bending moment, location of maximum bending moment, and much more things. Reaction at A and reaction at B. Now for calculating these things, we need to equate anticlockwise moments to that of clockwise moments. Now you can see this is the end A, this is the end B, this is the end A. Now here I have took RB into L, a moment about A, support A, RB into L. This is the anticlockwise movement, and clockwise movement will be the movement due to this load into the movement due to this load. Now what will be the load due to this triangular portion? Always remember the load due to the triangular portion will be 1/2 of base into altitude. That means area of the triangle, 1/2 of base L into W. Now as we are already aware that the centroid, look here, the green pen, the centroid of the triangle always lies from base at a distance of h/3. That means if we apply any load, the load will act at a centroid of h/3 from the base, and from top it will act at a distance of 2h/3. Same is the case here. Now here is the length L. The load is coming from top, so this will act at a centroid. The centroid will be from support A, it will be at a distance of L divided by 3. And from top it will be 2L/3. Now we are calculating movement about point A. Now this load multiplied by L divided by 3 will be the movement due to the triangular portion. Hope you have got this. Now we will get from this equation we will get reaction RB, the reaction at support B. So after getting reaction at support B, we will wish to know the reaction at support A. For this we need to subtract the reaction B from the total load. Total load is 1/2 of base into altitude, which is the area of the triangle, minus RB WL divided by 6, which will be equal to WL divided by 3. I hope you have got both the reactions. Now calculating shear force at any section from B. Shear force Fx at any section from B, it will be equal to minus RB. Here it is up to you which sign convention will you take. Now I have took on the right hand side, if the load is upwards I have took it negative, RB is upwards I have took it negative, plus the reaction will be the reaction from the shear force from this upward load, which will be equal to Wx square divided by 2L. Now how this Wx square divided by 2L comes up? Now see the green pen. This is the load. If this is a triangle, this is a W, and I am taking here a little triangle at a section X, at a distance of X from this side. Suppose this will be W dash. Now from the similar triangles, W to that of W dash and L to that of x, this distance, w to that of w dash, total L, length L to that of x. From this we will calculate w dash, wx divided by L. So load will be equal to, the load will be equal to the area of this triangle, 1/2 of wx divided by L, the perpendicular, and base will be x, wx square divided by 2L. Now same is the case here. Now this is a triangle made, this is the mirror image of this triangle, wx square divided by 2L. Here is the wx square divided by 2L. When you are taking section from this section, the shear force due to this triangular portion will be wx square divided by 2L. Now rearranging the terms, fx is equal to wx square divided by 2L minus rb. So we see fx is equal to wl by 6 at b, wl by 6 at b, and increasing in form of parabolic curve, beyond which it increases and continues to increase wl by 3. We may be already aware that shear force diagram in case of UVL is parabolic and bending moment diagram is always cubic. If it may be UDL, then shear force diagram is linear, if it is if it is UDL case, then bending moment diagram will be parabolic. Bending moment diagram will be parabolic and the shear force diagram will be linearly increasing. Now, bending moment at any section x from B. Bending moment diagram at any section x from B. You can see here mx into rb into x. You can see rb into x. You can see here rb into x, distance, load into distance, which will give us moment rb into x minus wx cube divided by 6L. You can see here. Now how this comes up, you can see here, this is the, if we can take this triangle, already we have calculated load wx divided by 2 into x, wx divided by 2 into x. This is the load, this is the load. Now this load acts at a distance of, here L is, forgot I, from this here we got wx divided by L, wx divided by L. Now multiply by distance x, 1/2 of base into altitude, wx divided by L, base x, and here it is up to x here, sorry, here x is here, wx divided by 2L into x. It acts at a distance of x by 3, it acts at a distance of x by 3. X by 3 is from here and 2x by 3 is from here, 2x by 3. So you can see here wx divided by 2L load into x into x into x divided by 3 into x divided by 3, which will be equal to wx cube divided by 6L, which is the bending moment diagram at any section x from B. Hope you have got all these things. Now for knowing the point of contraflexure, we have to equate, we must always remember the thing that for obtaining the point of contraflexure, where shear force diagram changes its sign, point of contraflexure is the point where shear force changes its sign. We have to equate Fx, the equation of shear force, equal to 0. Now after equating this Fx equal to 0, we will get wx square divided by 2L minus rb. Now rb is equal to wl by 6 is equal to 0. Now putting all this, putting this equation equal to 0, we will get x is equal to L divided by 3. So from section B, the shear force diagram changes its sign at L divided by root of 3. At this point, bending moment is always maximum. So you can put this x, the value of x in the bending moment diagram, bending moment equation diagram. We will get RB into x minus WX cube divided by 6L. We will get WL square divided by 9 root 3. Now, looking on the bending moment diagram, here it is load UVL, W per unit length. The bending moment diagram, shear force diagram will be this. Already I have spoke, it is parabolic, and this will be cubic bending moment diagram, BMD, and this will be SFD. I hope you have got this. So if you have learned something, subscribe it. That is the best way to say thanks to me. God bless you.